back and forth, more from Teofimo's side. You approached your father. You told him something. What is it that you told him? Because I know he was trying to like get some antics towards you, and it didn't get to you.
No, I just told him about himself. He know what I said, but he got to stop being a clown, you know? Like, everybody not with the clown antics and things like that just because he want to sell a fight. It's cool to sell a fight, but I'm not fighting. Leave me alone. I'm retired.
You give yourself time to reflect and appreciate how well you've done so far in your career?
No, not at all. I hate myself for it, but it's part of it. It's just part of the life.
Or appreciate it as well.
I don't appreciate it. That's why.
Oh, yeah.
I don't. I think that I get butchered, and I think God punishes me a lot for it. So I'm just a punching bag to that. So one day I'll get, maybe one day, but not yet.
We appreciate you, Lopez.
Yeah. These guys appreciate it too.
Yeah, no, it's all good. I just never got my fair share. I never did. Not once, man.
That's the way you look at it.
Not once. But hey, that's just my journey. I guess I just never took on bad from it. So
raise his voice. But when Bud addressed Teofimo Lopez's previous remarks, it landed like a judge's gavel since he was not debating emotionally. He was constantly debating about standards.
Gotta put respect to it. To all my brothers and sisters, I love you guys. Always salute to the power that it be above. I thank you guys. I never wanted anything to harm you guys at all. So for that, my condolences to all you guys and to the slavery and everything that's ever happened mentally.
See, look, I look at it like this. It's a prime example. When life comes at you, it'll come at you in many ways, and you gotta treat it like a champ. That's it. You gotta treat it like a champ. Tell yourself, it's okay. I learned from it, and I treat it like a champ every time. So if you're going through hard times in your life, whether it's from any sports or academics or anything like that, it's okay. You're still a champ.
Crawford essentially presented it as a victory. Trash talk is a part of boxing, but when it devolves into racial insults and stereotypes, you're no longer selling the fight. You are exposing yourself.
Lopez apologized for slavery because of all of the disrespect and the racist comments he was given. Bud Crawford calling him a monkey, the N-word with the hard ER, etc., etc., etc. Who knew all Teo needed was an ass whooping? Well, Shakur gave him exactly.
Bud isn't just an internet voice, therefore that moment matters. He's a pound-for-pound champion who has seen the grind and understands how words reverberate when the gloves are on.
It all of it, so you know exactly what you're doing. You tried to play that game, making them racist remarks, and I said I'm not feeling it. I don't like when Ryan Garcia did it. I'm not understanding that type of stuff at all. I stand firm on that. Well, Terence Crawford seen this after this last match where he got dominated. Shakur Stevenson put down the complete demonstration. He didn't get but one round. Terence Crawford went up. You know, they had the little situation where they was about to get into it and stuff and said, hey, they mad. It's cool when they do it. It's a problem when I do it. F them. F T.O., F his daddy, F his sister, and anyone else that has a problem.
Teofimo has a history of criticizing black boxers, wondering why the network signed them, and insulting their accomplishments. That stuff did not disappear. It stacked up. You could sense it hanging over him when he eventually broke his silence after the loss and discussed retribution and reflection.
First of all, you don't joke about people's trauma. Second of all, it ain't even funny. So you know why he was doing it. He was purposefully being racist. So you get what you deserve. Teo was complaining about ESPN signing black fighters. From Devin Haney to Shakur to Shushu to Keyshawn. Ironically, they all won, and Teo is the only one that lost. They all won in impressive fashions, becoming champions, etc. Teofimo Lopez is the only one that lost in an embarrassing fashion.
Whether you believe in karma or not, boxing has a way of confronting disrespect with reality. Then came the ring, where Shakur Stevenson hushed all discussion. Shakur did more than simply outbox Teo from the start. He outthought him, making every fake a trap and every haste a mistake.
But it was a hell of a night. Teo, he came and tried to do his best, but his best wasn't enough.
Yeah, I think that's fair. I thought Teo, he came, he brought it, but you were just that much better. I was so impressed by the range control, the balance, the discipline in there. How did you feel in there?
I knew since the Second round, it was over. I went back to my corner. I told him, I said, I'm stronger than he is. And when I seen that, it just gave me more confidence, and it was my night.
Yeah, I mean, I thought you filled out really well, 140. You looked really strong in there, big. Is this your best weight class?
I don't know. I don't even know if I'm gonna be at 140. I have no clue. I'm gonna go back to the drawing board and sit down and scan myself. I'm gonna watch the fight, see how I like it, and we'll see.
Teofimo was perplexed and frustrated, as if he were perpetually one beat behind a warrior who had already solved the issue. This was not about strength or toughness. It was all about time, IQ, and preparedness. Shakur made a past champion appear ordinary without ever using theatrics. And that's the coldest form of dominance.
Oh, how hard you trained in there. It showed in the ring, the discipline, the shape you were in. You had great cardio. It looked like you could have gone, 18 rounds.
I could have. That was easy. I actually was picking it up as it go, but T.O., he fought to not get stopped, so respect to him.
Wait, so respect for fighting to not get stopped?
I mean, he could have got stopped in there. It was almost over at a couple of times.
Isn't that more respect, maybe? If you,
I mean, he's a tough fighter.
Yeah.
He got power too, speed too.
So that cut you opened up, that was what, precision?
That was me just being the best. Hey, Mike,
So when people link the dots later, with Crawford calling out the disrespect, Teofimo doubting his path, and Shakur providing a masterclass, it feels less like a coincidence and more like boxing doing what it usually does. Talk all you want, but the ring will finally tell the truth.
Just what was it like in there? How come you didn't really feel like you could get into the rhythm as such? I mean, just your perspective on it.
Yeah, I think I was just honestly too focused on one particular objective, one particular thing, than really enjoying what I could see opening. I was catching him a lot with the body shots a lot. So I think that was one of my effective arsenals that was getting him every time. But I think just more combinations, especially finish with left hooks and stuff. I did poorly on not listening to my team. That's on me. Take it on the chin.
After witnessing Shakur turn that battle into a live example of timing, control, and separation, Teofimo Lopez, Sr., gets up, sounding like a man attempting to explain a storm that has already passed. What fascinates me is how he begins by saying everything was fine, just to instantly tell you that nothing was fine. He frequently discusses sparring, drills, and what should have happened, revealing the first flaw in his reasoning. Because when Senior claims he didn't do what I instructed him, he's essentially admitting the plan never made contact with Shakur's brain.
The sparring sessions were like what motivated me to this fight. That I was 100% sure who was gonna win. For some reason, the game plan, my son didn't do what I told him he was supposed to do.
You can hear his irritation when he talks about the rhythm of preventing Shakur from doing what he does best, since that is the nightmare matchup in one line. Senior suggests that media narratives, social chatter, and future combat discussion influence Teo's thinking. And look, that isn't crazy, but it also softly admits something larger. This was not a bodily loss. It was a mental one. When he says Teo appeared to be depleted of power, I don't think he means drained muscles. I hear hesitation.
How you gonna fight, a fight when everybody wants you to lose? You understand what I'm saying? And I don't know what happened. It just looked like all his powers were not there. Like everything was like that we planned, everything that he did in sparring, everything that we planned to do was not there.
And when he says Teo wasn't beaten and went 12 rounds, he's protecting his son's pride, not a coach breaking down the chessboard. The most striking line is when he says Teo is subject to mental manipulation because Shakur did not have to wound him early on. He only had to mislead him. Senior claims that everyone wanted his son to lose, but pressure in boxing does not come from outside sources. The pressure comes from the opponent in front of you, limiting your options. The time in the 8th round where he claims Shakur got injured is uncertain. Even that seems like a stretch because Shakur quickly reset and regained control.
The greats have lost and they have come back and they have done great. So, we're here and we're gonna stay. He's still 28 years old. He's still not in his prime, and we're coming back stronger than ever. Next time I think he's ready to go to 147.
Then there's the change to 147, which is a frequent approach following a loss. This relocation entails a heavier load, a fresh start, and the introduction of new obstacles. But here's the fact. Moving up does not address processing speed, discipline, or flexibility. Teo Sr. appears loyal, emotional, protective, and genuine, but he is also trapped in a loop of explanations that ignore the most basic truth. Shakur did not win because Teo failed. Shakur won because he was better and faster upstairs, and he was 2 moves ahead of Teo before he could think.
We hurt Shakur, I think in the 8th round, and he was hurt for about 2 rounds, and he let him come back. The whole plan was not to exchange with him. The whole plan was not to box with him. But I guess, it worked to Shakur's benefit, and congratulations to him and to his team. And we got to move to better things, you know what I'm saying? It's not the end of the world. Regroup and come back. He's the greatest. He's one of the greatest fighters right now in the business, and let's see what happens, in the future.
And right after Teofimo Lopez, Sr. finishes presenting the loss as a system breakdown rather than a takeover. Tim Bradley enters and essentially says, "Nah, you're still missing the scary part." Bradley is not questioning Shakur's victory. Rather, he emphasizes how little Shakur showed during the bout. He is disputing about how little Shakur actually exhibited. That is the wild part. Bradley's statement that the performance was not yet complete is not hyperbole. That is a warning flag. He is gazing at Shakur Stevenson in the same way that veterans used to look at young Bud, as if to say, "Oh, you're still on the loading screen." And I appreciate how he connects it to confidence rather than power. He is essentially saying that Shakur already perceives, captures, and counters everything, but he hasn't decided to cease playing with his opponent. That is chilling.
Still growing as a fighter. He's still growing as a man. He's not even at his peak yet. Let me say that again. He's not at his peak yet. The minute Shakur gets confident enough, because you heard it after when he was just like, I could have stopped him, but he started fighting back. The minute he gets confident enough, man, I'm telling y'all, he gonna stop a lot of fighters.
Bradley even brings up Shakur's admission that he could have stopped Teo but chose control instead. That shows you that the struggle was managed rather than survived. Every time Teo tried to think, Bradley reminds out that he was countered. Every time he attempted to load, he froze. Bradley explicitly mentioned that Teo fought like an amateur in those situations. Not because he lost how to fight, but because his mind became overloaded. That is top stuff. Bradley then draws a particularly effective contrast. The Terence Crawford comparison. Not the strength, not the violence, but the moment Bud gets weary of answering your problems and chooses to terminate the exam early. That's where Bradley believes Shakur is headed. Not now, but soon. That's the main distinction from the Teo Sr. breakdown. Sr. is currently discussing plans and rhythm. Bradley is discussing inevitability. One guy is discussing the history, while the other is anticipating the future. And, if Bradley is correct, the version of Shakur we just witnessed was not in peak condition. It was a preview. This is hardly good news for anyone in the division.
Shakur turned Teofimo Lopez into an amateur fighter. Didn't even leave first gear. This is not the best Shakur Stevenson. I'm telling you guys. I said this after the Cepeda fight. When Shakur put it all together, I'ma tell y'all when he puts it all together. When he put it all together, I promise you, it's gonna be crazy. Y'all gonna be like, oh my God. Yeah. Shakur Stevenson, Terence Crawford. I didn't have to be in the ring with Terence Crawford.
Brian McIntyre jumps in and completely changes the perspective since Bullmac isn't making excuses. He's discussing levels. Bullmac describes Shakur's performance as a masterpiece, which does not sound like post-fight hype. It sounds like a coach recognizes good effort when he sees it. And I love how he quickly applies it to the following generation. He's basically stating, If you're a young fighter who wants to learn boxing correctly, rewind the tape and take notes. When he says he knew Shakur would dominate from the time the fight was announced, he is not disrespecting Teo. That demonstrates respect for how styles function at the elite level. Then he discusses the corner chat, and Bomax's statement that whatever Teo tried wasn't going to work is brutally honest. Not that they messed up, but there was no door to pass through. And when he says Shakur has a great boxing mind, it gels in wonderfully with what we heard previously from Bradley. This was not about speed or power. This was about thinking quickly.
Masterpiece, man. He looked so smooth, calm, and relaxed, man. That was beautiful. That was the one boxing lesson that you future guys, young guys and amateurs just turning pro, watch that, man. That was beautiful.
When you were watching it, did you feel right away Shakur's gonna run away with this?
Well, I kind of figured that when they said they was gonna fight each other, so I knew Shakur was gonna dominate him, but they must hype the fight.
Bomac even says that the easiest way to beat Shakur is to avoid him. And to be honest, that could be the most accurate scouting report anyone has provided thus far. What really improves this segment, however, is Bulma's flawless transition to Terence Crawford. He claims Bud has nothing left to prove, which feels earned rather than sentimental. 3 uncontested runs, division-wide dominance, and leaving before time runs out. That is beating boxers, not simply their opponents. And Bulmermac's description of working with Crawford as if it were a school is relevant here because you can feel the connection. The same gym that created Bud's thinking is certainly influencing Shakur's destiny. So, while Teo Sr. is still talking about regrouping and moving weights, Bulmermac is already considering eras. Shakur is at 135, 140, or possibly higher. Bud riding into the sunset. Many stages, same system. And if you listen carefully, the lesson is simple. This was not a fluke. This was education.
Just the way he dominates this fighter. There's never been a fight that Terence had that's been suspect or they wanted to run it back or something like that. There's not one fighter. Most of the fighters that he fought, he ended their career. Or they never was the same fighter after he fought them. Just look at it. Look at it, man. The last 3 guys, man, look what he did to them. The last 4 or 5 guys. Jesus Christ.
So, when all of these aspects are considered, a clear picture emerges. Terence Crawford reviewed the culture and standards to ensure that the boxing community's expectations were fulfilled and maintained. Shakur Stevenson responded in the only language that actually mattered, and everyone else has been reacting to the aftermath. Teofimo did not simply lose a fight. He encountered a situation in which talk, identity, preparation, and reality all collided at once. His father is still looking for reasons. Tim Bradley warns that this isn't Shakur's final form, and BMAC is quietly informing you that this fight exemplifies what high-level boxing should look like when talent meets discipline. That is the overarching theme. This was not a chaotic situation, disagreement, or happenstance. This was a separation. Shakur did not have to be loud, forceful, or spectacular to dominate. He only needed time and space, and once he grabbed it, the entire division seemed smaller. The frightening part is that everyone involved repeatedly says the same thing in different ways. This isn't peak Shakur yet. That is not hype. That is a forecast. And Teofimo's next move, whether it's 147 or somewhere else, will not undo what has just occurred. Because boxing retains lessons even when fighters attempt to outrun them.
Dude was watching my eyes and hear the same thing that I said about Crawford, the way Crawford said about Shakur, and how confident he is in Shakur because he's been in the ring with Shakur and he knows what Shakur can do. That's all.
Now it's up to you. Share your opinions in the comments. This is a very debatable issue. Was the duel about skill, mindset, or karma? Or did they all collide at once? And never forget to like, share, and subscribe to Boxing Headquarters. See you at the next one.